welcome back. It's Tuesday, 10-something-ish. It's the third episode of Powerhouse on Tuesday with your boy Brandon Scribner, Mr. Paul Roberts. What's up, everybody? Let's give another dap, man. Let's go.
What we can say, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this.
Konnichiwa. Let's go.
No idea what you just said. What did you just say?
Konnichiwa.
Japanese?
I think hello for Japanese, man.
Hello for Japanese?
Yeah.
Konnichiwa.
Let's go.
Konnichiwa.
Let's go.
Okay. All right. Well, we are going to start off every episode, and I haven't warned you of this yet, and you're a little nervous.
Yeah.
Talking about politics. How do you feel?
I'm nervous.
Everyone, we're talking politics. Next week, tune in, because I'm going to talk about Trump and Biden. Oh, yeah. Now you're really nervous. You tightened up on that one, didn't you?
I'm just going to plead the fifth, man. You know, if it didn't come out my mouth, it's not for me, guys.
Here's what I want to talk about. You ready? The Super Bowl halftime show, this last Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. They had a dude by the name of Bad Bunny. Did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 32.
32 years old. I knew the answer. 32 years old, and I am in a different generation. I'm Generation X, and this is why I want to talk about Bad Bunny, because I watched my generation, not everyone in my generation, but people complain horribly about the fact this guy was doing the halftime show. And they went on and on and on. They like sat on this podium of greatness, of righteousness. Look how great I am. Look how wonderful I am. Why would you watch this? And they like tore this Bad Bunny dude apart, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and some of them, and I'm watching them post on Facebook, and I'm like, I hung out with you, right? And we listened to Iron Maiden, 666, the number of the beast, right? We turned out okay.
Yes.
Right? And all you're doing is adding fuel to the fire by telling this next generation they're idiots watching Bad Bunny, because Bad Bunny's just so horrible. I remember The Weeknd. That dude was a couple years ago. Man, I had people like, he's showing devil signs and da-da-da. And I was like, dude, do you remember the music we listened to, you know? And then I know with Bad Bunny, they were talking, there was like sexual innuendos, but you couldn't understand it because he's speaking Spanish. Is that correct?
Correct.
I'm like, okay, so you couldn't understand he's speaking Spanish and you're worried about it. You listen to any Sammy Hagar song, Van Halen era before, he talks about sex constantly. And I remember you singing to them songs, not you, but my people complaining about it, right?
If you're watching this right now, you're not engaged, man. I don't know what to tell you, dude. But continue, Paul.
Here's my reason for this, is we get to this point in life and we want to point the finger at everybody and say, you're doing it wrong. Brandon, your generation's not as good as mine. Y'all suck. That's so stupid. That's so ridiculous. You just like the beat. You like, just like we did. We didn't know the words to the songs. We knew the hook, right? And none of us could sing. We were lucky enough to, if we could sing the hook or get the hook right? But we didn't know the actual. And this is the same thing, and everyone gets uptight and worked up. And I'm telling you this for a reason. That's why we're opening this. Are you good now?
I'm good, man. I'm good, yeah.
So when you're becoming a leader, and notice the words I said, becoming. No one's born a leader. You become a leader. When you're becoming a leader, you have to look at everything. You have to look with a very wide angle. You can't have this very narrow view of life, of your generation. Your whole generation is going to hell, No, that's what they're saying. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. I'm like embarrassed for some of these people. Like, dude, are you serious? That's why you're broke. That's why you're miserable. That's why you have all this anxiety in your life. Just love on people for the love of God, right? We did some bad things. Like, no kidding. I'm getting a little off beat here. One of my friends, she posted a picture of a dude on a motorcycle doing a wheelie down I-45. And she just went off on how horrible this kid was. I'm like, dude, do you not remember what you and I did going down I-45, driving to Galveston Beach? I mean, why are we all of a sudden just picking everybody apart? Why don't you just have this wide view of life and say, you know what, maybe, just maybe, there's other things to look at, right?
There's other things to worry about, man.
There's other things to worry about, but also to get other views. And that's my point to what I'm talking about today, is I'm going to talk about some things, Brandon, and sometimes it's been hard for you to swallow, given the business background you have, and for me to say, hey, just open your heart, open your brain just for a second. Don't go narrow on me, and you haven't, by the way, when it comes to business. Don't go narrow on me. Stay with me, because I promise what I'm about to teach you works. Don't become, and then do me a favor, because I got you at the age of 32. When you get older, don't pick on the next generation and call them names and stupid stuff like that.
Got it.
Because they're an amazing generation. They're just living in a different time, right? I mean, we understood the words they were saying to our music and still saying them, and it was horrible. At least they don't even know what this guy's saying, right? Yeah. But it's a good beat. It makes you feel good, just like our music made us feel good, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Let's go to the slides. Brandon's excited. We're going to the slides now. You
Let's
ready?
go for it, guys.
There's three questions everybody's asking when they come to you when we're trying to build a business like this. Number one is, can I win? Can I win? Number two is, do you care about me? And number three is, the people that you bring, that they bring around, can they win too? Can their people win? Can we all win, right? And most importantly, that's question number two is, do you care about me, right? Yep. So just remember that as we're going through this. This is what I call the 4x4x4 method. I want you to make $1 million in 1 year. That's my goal, right? And you know my mission.
Yep.
What's my mission?
Make 4 millionaires and speak to 50,000 people about addiction and recovery.
Exactly. So I want to help create people to think differently to make $1 million in 1 year. And to speak to 50,000 people regarding recovery and addiction. So, to get people to think like this, that's the magic, okay? They probably already have the work ethic. They probably already have the want to, which is different than doing, okay? Want to and doing is two different things, but that's okay. But I didn't come up with this. This is something I stole from the greats years ago, and I started doing this about 20 years ago. And that is, bring 12 people into your business. You've heard me say this since we had breakfast 2 years ago, right? Bring 12 people in. Bring 12 people in. Because if I say to you, we're going to bring 1,200 people into your team, what is your first thought? Be real.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. It's a bit scary. Yeah. I think I heard Rick laugh. Yeah, it's like, whatever. Yeah, totally, come on, dude. I'm going to bring 12. Yes, you're going to bring 1,200. That's why I'm asking you to open your heart. And I'm sitting across the table. How many times you've iconed?
It was going to be three this summer.
3 this summer. Yeah. You got into the real estate business, and everybody talked to you about doing what?
Transactions,
capping. You're going to cap real fast. And then if you're at EXP, you're going to icon. Mm-hmm. If you're with the other companies, you're going to do something, whatever they call it. We call it icon. That's the best of the baddest of the biggest, and that's what you do 3 times now. Exactly. But when I'm talking about this 4x4x4 method, bringing 12 in, I need you to think long term. I need you to think in decades. And let's talk about the purple sash, the purple rope on your neck. Why are you wearing our purple? What's going on here?
Oh, this little thing?
Yeah.
I got my purple belt last night. So did Jennifer. And got this shout out to Don Turnage, Jonathan, Jaden, Nick, Nate, all the other coaches as well at the Martial Arts Lab in McKinney and Princeton. It's a purple belt, man. I've worked really hard for this, and sometimes, it's kind of surreal, and it kind of goes back to building the business, man. Like, it doesn't happen overnight, right? This is something that took 4 years in the making, and it's all attributed to not just myself, but the community I'm with, right? So we can do things alone. We can only get so far, but as we do things as a community, we can go further. And it's a testament to not only myself, but everyone at the gym that's helped me. So shout out, thank you guys. I'm gonna be wearing this all day, just because. So thanks for bringing it up, Paul. But this is my purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, y'all. Let's go.
Congratulations. And the studio audience goes wild. They're throwing things over here. They're going crazy. It's amazing. But congratulations. And
Thanks,
the
man.
first thing I said to him, because this 4x4x4 method here, okay, this is getting 12 legs, bringing in 1,200 or 1,200 agents. My first question I asked you is, how long did it take to get the purple belt?
Took me 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
So it was a journey.
Yep.
It wasn't, a get rich quick. It wasn't, hey, work really hard. Next week you'll get your purple belt. How many belts are there?
I believe there's 5. I'm going to get my ass kicked for not knowing this. It goes white, blue, purple, brown, black. Yeah, 5.
Okay.
And then
So
really 6, but that's a different story.
So you've got 2 more.
Yep.
Okay. So you still got a ways to go.
Yep.
How many more years does it take to get to the top one, do you think?
I mean, I hate hate to put a number in it, but I think people say average is about like 10 years.
Average
right?
is 10 years. Okay, wow.
You know, think about decades, just like you said, man.
It's in my notes right here. Think in decades. Think in decades. And that's why I like working with young folks like you, because I can say think in decades. Someone at 56 like me, if I say think in decades, it's like, well, shit, I'm going to be 67. I'm going to be thinking about AAA. So with you, I can say think in decades. Exactly. And that's where you're headed. It's going to take 10 years on average. You might get there faster to get your, is it the black belt? Black belt. Okay. So that's an amazing accomplishment.
Thank you.
And a lot of times, Brandon, when I talk about building a business, I'll say, hey, it's going to take you a good 4 years to get your base to build something powerful that happens without you. And a lot of times people say, it's going to take 4 years? I'm like, okay, you're going to spend the 4 years doing something.
Yeah.
Might as well do the 4 years building something that's going to last. So let's talk about the 1200, okay?
Let's go for it.
So we have, this is what's going to happen. And you can't get around it. It's just going to happen this way. But each agent right there, all 12, they're going to bring, the first one's going to bring in 300, the second one 250, third 200, four 150. That represents 900 agents. That's 75% of your business just in those 4 organizations, okay? Now, understand when you bring 12 people in, it's not going to add up like this. Your first person's not going to bring in 300. I'm just saying 12 people. You bring in 12 people over the next 90 days. That's all I'm asking for is 90 days. Bring 12 people over the next 90 days. And in there is where you're going to find 4 of them that bring in 75% of your business. Now, please understand, Brandon, I'm not saying one of them is going to bring in 300, the next one's going to bring in 250.
Yeah.
One might bring in 400, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's still going to equal 75% of your entire organization. Now, the question, Brandon, that people get a little worried about when I show them this is, how is leg 1 going to bring in 300? Like, what are we doing? What's going on? Okay. I don't want you to worry about that right now. What I want you to focus on is 12. I want your eyes to stay on 12. You are a purple belt now. What is the next belt?
Brown.
You got to focus on brown. Yeah, you got to focus on the next belt. You can't focus on the black belt, right? They talk about it in football when if you're a wide receiver and the ball's thrown at you, sometimes you take your eye off the ball to look downfield, and what happens? You drop the ball, right? You'll drop the ball here. I need you to focus on 12. I need you to say, I'm going to bring 12 in. Paul tells me that's going to be 1,200. I'm going to believe him, right?
Basically, yeah.
That's just the way it goes. Now, this is the one where you even said, this one scares me a little bit. And here's the numbers. Can we break away from the screen just for a second? Here's the numbers. I need you to hear me. 60% of your business, of your people that you bring in, 60%, they're never going to cap. 60%, never going to cap. Now go back to the screen one time. I'm sorry, Rick. I'm messing you up now. 30% are going to cap. 10% are going to icon. Now, what's the problem with this? Well, first off, you called me when you saw this number. What'd you say? Be honest, be real.
Yeah. I was like, man, that seems kind of disheartening to know that 720 agents will never cap. You know, I was like, because I mean, it comes from me as a leader though, because I want you to win, right? So when I see things like that, it's like, damn, what could I do better to help you increase your business, increase your production? But I think you allotted to it as well. Like sometimes that's not their prerogative, right? Yeah. Not everyone wants to be a top producer. Yeah. You know, not everyone wants to be a top builder. We have to love them where they're at, meet them where they're at, and help them get where they want to go. But at the same time, just love them, give them the support they need, plug them into community, and their destiny is theirs. We're just playing a part on how can I help you get to where you want. So, yeah.
So when people call me and ask me that question, man, 720 agents aren't going to cap, and you see me smile immediately, and I say, no, they're not. It's awesome, and I love it, and I'm so happy they're not going to cap. It makes me so excited. You need to listen to some Brent Gove. Brent Gove gets fired up about these people. Brent Gove's quit trying to go out there and do the best transactions, quit trying to be the best mentor. I need you to focus on what you're good at, right? Yeah. So that 720 is this huge bucket that you and I get to work with. And here's who is in that 720. They are going to be fired up, so happy, running through walls to do 6 transactions. Are you ready? This is where you're going to tighten up a little bit. 6 transactions in a year. They'll be fired up. They will just be lit up that they get to do 6 transactions. Some will be fired up for 4. Yeah. Now you trying to do 10 a month. That's okay. I'm cool with that. There's no problem with that. However, this group of 720 is magical. And the rest of the world, they're focused on that 10%. And they're whipping that 10%. And they're whipping that 10%. And that 10% leaves them and goes over here and goes over here because they look around, they look at you and say, you only want me for my transactions. That's all I'm good for to you. That's all that I matter to you, right? That's it. But I'm telling you right now, if you love on these 720, because these 720, here's who's in that 720. Some dreamers, some people that have gone broke, some people that have lost homes, some people that have just been beaten down, that need to hear these words from you, Brandon Scribner. I believe in you. And watch this 720 wake up. I'm talking wake up like you've never seen. So fired up, like, Dr. Scrib believes in me. Dr. Scrib believes in me. Yes, you're still Dr. Scrib. Dr. Scrib, the cure for revenue.
Yep, the cure for transactions,
the cure for dreaming, the cure for cash flow. He believes in me, right? Yep. And people need to hear that. And that 720 will be the most loyal people in your world. And they might only be doing 4, they might only be doing 3 transactions a year. That's it. Because I ask people all the time, hey, let me help you get your 12. And this is what they say to me, Brandon. Well, the people that I have right now, they're not really good producers, so I don't think EXP is for them. No, you got it wrong. You got it backwards. The people that are not that good, they got a dream too. They got something to believe in, right? They got something to fight for. So the rest of the world is focused on that 10% or that 30%, and that's all they're training for. We're going to help you cap. There was this one guy that used to be part of Daniel's business. He was hilarious. He finally left because he complained, we need a system where everybody icons. Everybody icons. I'm like, bro, do you not understand averages? I mean, you're smarter than me, and he was smarter than me because he had a good living. You know what he did for a living. I don't want to say what he did, but he's a very important person because I get in those things a lot. I need him. I need him to understand numbers. But when that man's yelling, everybody in my team's going to icon, I'm like, dude, you just don't get it. That's not going to happen. I don't care how great your system is. If the people that are in the system that don't want to icon, leave them alone. Right? And that's why I love Daniel Ng and Calvin, because when I came here, I said, guys, I'm not going to do transactions. I came here to build. And they were like, don't ever do a transaction. In fact, they got mad when I started doing transactions. And I just started doing them because I got a very addictive personality. And I just started doing them, and I loved it. That way I could be a little cocky when a real estate agent calls me and says, well, I do this many transactions. So do I. Shut up. It's not that hard, you know. I don't even know what I'm doing yet, and I did that many. Shut up. So anyhow. But let's talk about some of the characteristics of some of these builders, some of these people. Now, again, I got to go back. I want you to focus on 12. That's what I've said to you several times, right? Focus on 12, focus on 12, focus on 12. Don't get into 1,200. 1,200 is going to happen if and only if these 12 you allow me to speak into their life like I'm speaking to you right now, like I spoke to you 2 years ago. Let me get them thinking different, because once they think differently and say, wait a minute, you mean I can do 4 transactions a year? And here's the crazy thing. The people that are iconing or the people that are capping, they will pay attention to you and I paying attention to the 720. They're going to be like, huh, that's different. And then they're going to watch the people in the 720 out-earn them 2-fold, 10-fold, 20-fold, right? Yep. And that money keeps coming in every year because they got a machine going. They're not redoing it every time. They'll pay attention to us. Now, I'm not saying all icon producers cannot build. That's incorrect, okay? I'm going to give you some characteristics of some that can. I want you to ask me some questions about some characteristics. Or I'm going to ask you some. Here's the type of icon producer that can build. You ready?
Go for it.
It's the one that gets on stage when they're asking him, hey, man, how'd you icon? What do you do, Brandon? What do you do? Like, how do you icon, man? You're the icon. And I've watched you. This is what you do. Man, you know, I'm really not that good. I just talk to a lot of people.
Or I just do it. You know, that's what it is.
You screw up a lot.
Yeah, exactly. All the time. But you know what? I find the mistakes, I correct it, and I go on with my life, right? John Sy said it best too. And thank you, John Sy. He's one of the GOATs in EXP in Canada. He says to detach yourself from the, the outcome. Yeah. The more you detach yourself from the outcome, the less you'll feel bad if you get it or you don't get it, right? It's just one clog in the machine. I go on to the next. I repeat the process and just keep going. So thank you, John Sy, for that nugget of wisdoms right there, man. But go ahead, Paul.
No. Rinse, lather, repeat. So what I'm saying is, Brandon Scribner doesn't think he's the best closer in the world. He won't stand up on stage and say, well, let me tell you my 5 something to closing. This is my, just a bunch of bull crap. You don't ever talk like that. You almost get on stage like, I don't know how I did it. Those people can build.
Yeah.
Now, the ones that you watch get on stage and they're the icons and they just walk across the stage like, yeah, you wish you could be like me. God, don't you wish you could icon like me? I mean, look at me, and let me tell you these are my 5 techniques for closing, and I never ever sway from them. I stick to them every time, They do stupid stuff like that. It's like, what are you doing, right? They will never icon, or they will never be able to build a business because they don't relate, right? And I like to show you leaders when they're on stage speaking. I say, watch the way he shrugs his shoulders. Watch the way he does this. They relate to people. Like, I watch Gene Frederick. Gene gets up there, and he will do, I don't know how the hell I got up here. I understand I got 90,000 agents, but here I am, and he's got that humbleness about him. You got that too, okay? So here's some traits, some skills, or traits, I should say. Number 1 is what?
Abundance mindset.
Abundance mindset, yes. And that is one probably you and I talk about a lot, because you called me the other day. And you said, I'm thinking about giving up on so-and-so. And what I say to you?
Just keep loving on them.
Keep loving on them. Keep loving on them. They might be your best thing, right? They might be your best thing. And you got it immediately. You go, yeah, I knew that. I mean, you knew the answer, right? But the cool thing is you still came and asked the question because you're humble.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to have an abundance mindset. And the only way to have the abundance mindset is to focus on the bigger bucket. Mm-hmm. The bigger bucket is 720, right? And it's not about what they're making you. It's about what they can eventually make themselves.
Yes.
Can they win?
Yes.
Can an average person that only does 4 transactions a year make millions of dollars with EXP?
Absolutely. I think we're the number 1 brokerage that's actually made the most millionaires. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's true.
Yeah.
So
I believe you're right. And I've watched some of our leaders and some of the great ones that are making tons of money, and they don't even do transactions. I can't tell you the last time they did a transaction. Now, I'm not mad if you're doing transactions, right? Because I always say cash flow's king.
Yeah.
You got to do transactions. I want you to do transactions because cash flow's king. But you might be in a position in your life where you don't have to do 10 a year. Now, you also have addictive personality.
Yes.
You want to get icon, and I love that about you. Please keep doing that. Don't stop, right? However, you and I get to focus on the 720 and love on them because no one's loving on them. Mm-hmm. They're asking questions. How many transactions did you do last year? That's the type of questions they're getting in an interview, right? Whereas me and you are saying, "What's your dream, man? What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? Who do you want to change?" Right?
Yeah, you got to meet people where they are, and it goes back to it too. Not everyone wants to be a top producer. Not everyone wants to be a big builder. What do you truly want? It goes back to, I think, your second question is, do you care about me? Well, of course we do. That's why we're asking these questions. We have all these things we can talk about, but it really comes down to which one actually cater to you and your goals. And that's my job to find it out. It's my job to help connect you to those goals, right? And then it's your job as that agent to do it to the next person. And that's how that 720 goes, and then it becomes 1200, and boom, you wake up and you're like, holy shit, I'm in Italy on a boat. I am having a good time, and I'm helping people win at the same time, you know? And I love that about, I love that is what we're doing. Yeah. It's funny, you talk about, people get on stage and I get tongue twisted all the time, man.
I love it.
Right? And it's like, because my brain operates too fast and the word's not coming out. I speak 3 languages, by the way, so give me a break. So it's like I'm trying to teeter everything, but regardless of the fact, it's like, I love what we're building, and I think our team feels that too.
Yeah.
So appreciate you, Paul.
You bet, bro. So, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
I forgot my question now. You hit me with something and I was going off, and that was good. There's one thing you said that's very important, is you get nervous from stage. Yeah. You're real. You're not, hey, look at me, look how great I am. I'm a 3-time icon. What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm always going to be confident in myself. I always believe in myself. It doesn't mean I don't get nervous. I think if you don't get nervous, it's bullshit. Because if you don't get nervous, it doesn't matter to you. Like Mike Tyson, every time he walked to the ring, dude, he was scared as heck.
Yeah.
But the closer he got to the ring, the more, in his words, godlike he felt.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we approach things is, hey, I am nervous, and it's good to be nervous, but I'm ready for the moment. I'll seize the opportunity.
All right. So we talked in generalities. I remember my question. We talked about getting 12. How do I help you get 12? What did I do?
I don't want to use his name out there, but we had this dialing session at Daniel's office. Like, hey, give me a list of names. I'll call them, edify you, talk about you, and ask about doing business. And through that is how we got the meeting with the gentleman, and then he eventually joined our team, through co-sponsorship, and then we helped him do the same thing. Like, hey, give us a list of names, and then we got another person underneath for him. So it was a win-win for everybody. It was very exciting to see how happy he was when he got his first agent underneath him. So you help us by edifying us, building a better relationship for us, even if they don't join, because at the end of the day, you're not trying to recruit, you're trying to make a friend, and it leaves our relationship with that person in a better place than what it was before, because shit, the person cared about you, man. They would love to hear that, hey, someone's bragging about you. Yeah. And if someone's bragging about me to that person, you as that person say, hey, you know what, okay, maybe you're not my friend at all. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you help us by taking I don't want to say the hard work out of it, but you make it easier. It's like an alley-oop, right? Yeah. There you go. Let's get the slam dunk.
And it goes back to, the abundance mentality of everyone has a story. Mm-hmm. When I call 12 people for Brandon Scribner, I know him immensely. Okay? Here's why. He gives me the name of Joe. I call Joe. I go, hey, Joe, Paul Roberts here. Brandon gave me your name and number. You got 2 minutes to talk about business. Almost everybody says yes. You've heard me do this live now.
Yep.
Everybody says yes. Awesome. And I just start talking to Joe about Brandon. I said, hey, before we get started, Joe, I want to tell you something. I'm so excited that I get to do this journey of life with Brandon. He's an incredible young man. He's got a chip on his shoulder that I love. It's a good chip. And I'm not going to tell you what that is, Joe. You might not know, but I know him personally. I've had a chance to sit down with him and understand what makes him tick and what makes him go. And he's a warrior, and I'm so excited that I get to do this business with him. Then I jump into, so Joe, what's going on in your life? What I'm saying here is when I get to call 12 people or my man Brandon gets to call 12 people we're going to become tight. We're going to become friends. And you notice that when you start calling for people. Because you have to know the person you're calling for.
Yeah.
And that's what forces you to love the 720. It's really forced. Now, if I'm sitting down with you, I'm like, hey, tell me a little bit about yourself, and you won't tell me anything about yourself, I'm not calling his people. I ain't doing it. I'm moving on. I'm out. If I can't get close to him, this deal's done. Now, but if I get to sit down with him, go to breakfast, he tells me, he cries. He tells me about what pushes him in life, what his mom means to him, what his father means to him, all of that stuff, right? Now we're tight. Let's do this thing together, right? And then what happens is when we bring people into our hemisphere,
yeah.
Is that a right word?
That's a word, yeah. Just go ahead.
Let me break it down. Yeah. When we bring people into our community, they can feel that Brandon and I know each other. Like we immensely know each other. And then what happens is then Brandon calls for Joe. When Joe joins, Brandon gets to know Joe on a level that people don't even know about him, right? I then get to call someone else. I get to know about them. We're building a hell of a community of people that truly care about each other. And that's the second question I said. Do you care about me? Now, I can't show you how much I care about you the first 45 seconds of talking to you, but if you come hang out with me and I start getting to know things about you that your friends don't know, yeah, you can be like, okay, this guy's for real. This team's for real, not just me, right? And that's been fun for you. You've enjoyed that because it slows your life down.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It does.
Tell me about that. It kind of slows your life down when you're calling for let's say you're calling for Marte.
I call him from Marte. It's fun, man, because I'm helping somebody, dude. Like he's building the dream with us. And why, if he believes in us, why can't I believe in him? And why can't I help him do it? And it makes me feel good talking about Marte because I know how big of a hustler he is. He's a really big investor. He helps a lot of investor clients. So he knows his stuff. So when I'm calling for him, like it slows it down because now I'm not thinking of, oh shit, I got to call this person back for transactions, Because, the life of a real estate agent can get very, very hectic. There's a lot of things out there. And you're on go mode a lot. So taking what's the word I'm looking for? The spotlight off of me and putting on somebody else slows it down, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just getting to know about him,
Yeah.
know how much he loves his mother, what his mother means to him, you know. And now when we watch him, you know, driving out to Mississippi, we know he's going to see his mom.
Yep.
You know, we know what he's doing. We know what's going on in his life. He needs to go see mom, and that's cool. And I was raised by a single mom too, so I love that story, right? And so there's so much we get to know about him, and everything changes. And that's the fun part about this business, because then it doesn't become business. And then what happens, and this is what I need you to understand, when we call your 12 people, we ain't recruiting. We're talking about you. We're talking about our love for you and how excited we are doing this business with you and what it means to do this business with you. And guess what? You need to hear it, right?
Yeah.
There's days where I'm calling list of names for you. You're beaten down. You haven't told me you're beaten down, but I know you are because you're breathing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. If people are breathing, they're going through something. I promise. They're going through something. He's thinking about something he's going through. There's a struggle, right? And after an hour of me talking great about you, you feel pretty damn good.
Yeah, man, because everyone has a little narcissistic tendency to them, man. You know, like everyone likes to hear about themselves for selfish reasons or not. Like if someone's talking good about your name, dude, of course you're going to walk with a pep in your step.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 6'7" or something like that, man. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people need to hear that sometimes because like you said, people get beaten down, and what better way to speak life into somebody than, you know, speak greatness about them.
Yeah, you're darn right, man. Thank you for saying that, because that's the purpose of, you know, what we could do is have a sales meeting, and I could stand up and just give my heart for an hour, right? It wouldn't do near as good as spending an hour talking to your people about you, your accomplishments, your dreams, your goals, what you want to do. And at the end of that hour, you are fired up. You're excited, right? Okay, so that's how we get the 12. So don't freak out. Brandon and I are going to get the 12 for you. We're not asking you to go out and get 12 in the next 90 days. We are locked arms with you. Brandon, at first, he wasn't locked arms with you because I was doing it for him. But now he's watched me for a long time. He's like, I'm in, dude. I want to do it. And so he started doing it. He fell in love with the process. And now we're just looking for more people that will fall in love with the process with us.
You know what? Since we're name dropping anyways, man, I got this new guy, Paulo, on the team. He's going to be riding around with me on Thursday. I'm going to do the exact same thing for him on Thursday, man, teaching him the ropes and, you know, how we go from there. And, dude, Paulo's awesome, dude. Like, that guy, since day one, dude, surprised the heck out of me, and I'm so excited for him to be on the team, man. I know he has big things coming for him, and it's a great journey.
Yeah. And you get to know him on a different level. Once you start talking to him on Thursday, hey, I'm going to call people for you, but tell me about yourself, man. I kind of know you on the surface right now. I need to know more about you.
Tell me. Man, he actually told me everything already, dude. The first time we met, bro, I was like, whoa, what's going on here, dude? Yeah. But I appreciate it. It means you're comfortable with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That says more about you, actually.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. You've grown a lot.
Thanks.
You're loving on people, and that's the second trait. The first trait is abundance. Second trait is loving on people, and the third trait is what you just said, thinking decades.
Yeah.
Thinking decades, not days. And that's what you're doing with your black belt. You got the purple belt on right now. That's beautiful. You can't think next week, right? But if you think in decades, you're going to blow everybody away that's blowing you away in transactions right now. Mm-hmm. I remember when I got in my old business, I was an average producer at best. At best, I was an average producer. I got into real estate. I'm an average transaction person at best. I'm good at it. If I want to focus on it, I'll be great at it, but I don't want to. I'll be good at it at best. But what's going to happen, the first 2 years, you're going to make more money than me, but after that, you'll never come close to me again. It won't even be a ball game. And I remember the first couple years in our old business, Tamara would always say to me, how come we're not winning all the trips that everybody else is winning? How come we're not doing this? I said, don't worry, just sit tight. We're going to pass everybody. And sure enough, by 2008, just 3 years, no one ever caught us again. That was it. And that's what you're putting in right now. Yeah. You're thinking in decades, right? And that's where it gets to the 60% that never cap. They have a home here, Brandon. That's the beauty thing about what Glenn Sanford has built. He's built a home for them. You don't have to be 4 years in the business to get a broker license to be a broker over here. You can start from day one. You got to hope, you got to dream here with what Glenn has built, right? That's a beautiful thing.
It is.
All right, let's go to the next screen here. I focus on everybody, not just the 10% that are iconing. Now, do we love the 10% that are iconing? Yes, we love on them, right?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. We tell them how great they're doing and all that, but that's not what we're doing. We're not focused on them 100%. This is just the last one. I just kind of put everything on here. The first 4 are your exceptional leaders. Your second 4 are your solid leaders. And your last 4 are your future leaders. Listen, I don't have time today to go through all of this. And I've gone through it with you before. I need you to reach out to me. I don't care how you get in touch with me. I want to show you how this structure actually plays out, okay? Because there's another 4 that's a magical number, and that's 4 in depth.
Yep.
You got 4 in width is a magical number. 4 in depth is a magical number. 4 after that's a magical number. There's just something in the 4s. This has been going on many, many years before I started doing it. It works. It's solid if you just focus like this. So the first 90 days, we're going to get you 12, because after we get you 12, everything else is going to take off. Now, if I help you get 12 and you take all your 12 and try to make them icons, you and I are not working together anymore.
Yeah.
You and I are done. It's over with. But if you allow me and you allow Brandon in their life, we can lift them up, right? What do you want to say?
Nothing, man. That's great. Some things, just leave it alone, dude.
Yeah. So that's my mission. Create 4 millionaires, speak to 50,000 people, and help as many people as possible. Rick, you can get rid of the slide now. I'm excited about what we're building here. Here's what I want to say, and I'll let you close this out, Brandon. I'm grateful that Glenn has built a system like this that allows you and I to love on that 720.
Yeah.
The average producer. The producer that's on the outside looking in at a brokerage right now because the broker won't even talk to them because they're not a top producer. Come to us. We will love on you. We will build you. We will talk life into you. You will make more than every transaction person in the world under Glenn's system that he built here.
Yep.
Because this gives Brandon and I an opportunity to love on you like never before. And on top of that, we have everything they need. We have content creation for them.
Yes, we do.
We have all the AI stuff. This Friday, we got a great AI program coming out. We're going to do another one next week. Or
June
next
26th, baby.
June 26th. We'll do another one the following month and so on and so forth. But we have everything you need to be successful. We just need to get you to think differently and realize that if you're part of the 720, we want you. We want you bad.
Yes, we do.